We'd like to make an announcement about the addition of some further companies within the essential national industries and designated corporations regulations. As you know, that this had been put in place some time back to ensure that some of the essential industries and the employers and the employees within that sector are able to ensure that the services provided by these industries and companies within those industries contribute in a robust manner to the Fijian economy. And there are four new industries that have been put into it. And one is the pine industry, the mahogany industry, fire prevention services industry, and the local government industry. Specifically, they apply to the following companies. One is Airports Fiji Limited, which is already, that industry is already under the Essential Industries Decree, but Airports Fiji Limited was not a corporation listed. And the following companies under the pine industry is now listed: Fiji Pine Limited, Tropic Wood Industries Limited, Tropic Wood Products Limited, Fiji Forest Industries Limited. And under the mahogany industry is Fiji Hardwood Corporation Limited. And of course, under the fire services is National Fire Authority. And the municipal councils obviously relate to all the municipal councils in Fiji. So these came into effect on the 17th of December. It is signed by the Prime Minister, and it's already been gazetted. We'd also like to announce that effective from 1st of Jan, all the companies in the pine industry, which is Fiji Pine Limited, Tropic Wood Industries Limited, Tropic Wood Products Limited, and Fiji Forest Industries Limited, all of the workers except the management in those companies will get a 10% pay rise. All the National Fire Authority workers except management again will also get a 10% pay rise effective from 1 Jan. And all municipal council workers, except management again, will also get a 10% pay rise from 1 January 2014. In respect of AFL, they have already received very significant pay rises of late. There have been a number of other changes that have taken place. For example, air traffic managers are now given an additional $1,000 up to $5,000 depending on the number of licenses they have. As you know, as air traffic managers, you get different licenses. And a new initiative has been that AFL management has been giving them $1,000 per license. So that's a new initiative. Of course, in the pine companies, as it was already reported in the press, for the first time they're getting now paid for unused sick leave bonuses. There's also, for the first time, as you know, Fiji Pine Limited has paid corporate tax. It's never made money before, enough money to pay actually taxes. It's made enough money to pay taxes. And there's also a number of significant changes regarding amenities for staff, such as, toilet facilities, canteen facilities, etc., that have been used to upgrade the working conditions. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is the announcement. It is also unfortunate, we'd like to note that companies like Tropic Wood, since the amalgamation of the union with the Fiji Sugar General Workers Union, of which you know Felix Anthony is the General Secretary, there's been a number of sabotages that have been taking place. Over the past few days, metal pieces have been found in the wood chipper. Metal pieces have been found in the various machinery. And Tropic Wood has, over the recent past, managed to secure, notwithstanding the downturn in the demand for wood chip, a number of source markets. And notwithstanding that, you have now these sort of actions that are taking place. So we hope that this will stop. And we also hope that now, with the employees being given more control over their own work environment by being able to negotiate directly as employees with their employers, as opposed to having outside trade unionists coming in, and making all sorts of unreasonable claims and not understanding the business, that these businesses will do well. As we've already highlighted, that all of the workers in the Fiji Pine Limited, Fiji Tropic Wood Products Industries, Fiji Forest will all get a 10% pay rise, except management. National Fire Authority will get a 10% pay rise from 1 Jan, and all municipal council workers. Many of these people have been neglected for a period of time. They'll all get a 10% pay rise from 1 Jan. Thank you very much. Open the floor for any questions.
Just on the last bit, that topic was sabotage. Investigations have been requested.
Yeah, they have been. I understand the management is dealing with it. They've had to resort to also. Now we just spoke to the management on the phone. They're now putting metal pieces around, so it extracts the metal out of the machinery. But I assume they'll be taking other precautions. The other thing to also note, which I forgot to mention, was that the decree itself, we are currently looking at making some amendments to take on board some of the recommendations or observations that have been made by ILO in order to help better the laws that are in respect of that. So that's also on foot, and we hope to make that announcement very soon.
So what happens to all, since they've become part of the essential industry, what happens to all industrial action? Does it stop the ones that are already before the court?
Well, we're not aware of any matters before the courts.
SEC's got some.
Well, the SEC ones, obviously, they'll need to be pulled back. It depends whether they're with management or not, and what type of grievance it is. But in any case, as the decree allows for another avenue for it to be resolved. So that's why essentially we have these companies or these entities being put under essential industries decree. For example, as you would know, that the police, the military, the prisons aren't unionized. The essential service they provide doesn't mean they don't get looked after. Similarly, you can't go and strike when there's a fire burning. Somebody's life is at stake. So, I mean, this is the rationale behind it. And of course, as you've seen, that all of these companies that have been highlighted play a very critical role in the economic well-being of Fiji and provide a much greater, I suppose, push in terms of creating employment, in terms of exports, and also in terms of the number of people it does affect.
From the workers, the management will get some sort of bonuses?
Sorry?
Apart from the essential workers, are getting the 10% pay rise in management?
What about the management?
Management, they're not getting it.
No, they're not getting the 10% pay rise. The management is they're different kettle of fish altogether. They have different structures. And of course, we want to ensure that the people more at the bottom end are the ones who benefit from this arrangement.
The cases of sabotage, excuse me, at Tropic Wood, has there been an increase since the amalgamation?
Yes, most definitely. Most definitely. In fact, it has only happened since then.